I said, can everybody understand that? Do you want to meet the person that got the $2,000? Do we have enough time for that? Come on up here, sister. And let me ask you one more thing. Would you like to meet the person that, I know you think it's me. And a lot of people do because I'm the face of it. But it's not. Do you want to meet the person that gave you the $2,000? Because we never even actually gave it to you. Do you want to meet the person that gave it to you? Thomas from Rockstar Marble and Granite. Get on up here, brother. Yeah. Here we are, $2,000 from Rockstar Marble and Granite, man. If there's anything you want to say.
After watching that video, I'm kind of tearing up, but I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. This is really going to help in doing what we want to do for the dining experience, and hopefully that really helps our business. So thank you.
Well, we won't push it. Yeah, no, you are. How many people want to hear from this guy, Thomas?
I just really like the opportunity to be able to help some people. You know what I mean? We kind of do it with our family, just inside of our homes, you know. But being able to meet Pappy and how he does this kind of inspired me to where it's bigger than one charity. It can get as big as we want to, you know, or as small, but I'm trying to say let's go bigger. So I didn't really have an issue with dropping some money on some things to help people, period, in general. And I think me as one small business owner, if I can get a bunch of other small business owners to kind of follow suit with us, you know, we could turn $2,000 into 20 grand. We can turn 20 grand into 100 grand. You know what I mean? We can go a lot farther and just beyond restaurants, daycares, places that need help all the time, not with COVID, just in general. So I think if we all kind of come together with this foundation, we can do whatever, you know? That's it. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, everybody, give it up for Thomas from Rockstar Marble and Granite. Give it up for Carefree Bar and Grill. That's the good stuff. That's the good. I love that, man. And we need more businesses to come up like that. We need more businesses to come up, and I'm going after them. And it's happening. Hey, listen, we're facing a lot of things, and those things that we're facing, we never have before. It's been a little different. And one of the things is we lost in all of this is our artists. How many bands or comedians do we have out here tonight? Make some noise. Is Tony Exum here? Is Tony Exum Jr. here? Is he here? Tony Exum Jr.? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll get into this a little bit later of why Tony Exum Jr. is so special to Missy and I. But he is a dear friend of mine. I've worked with him. I've booked him. He's been with Soul School. He's been with In the Mix. His father's on City Council, Tony Exum Sr. He is a local boy, but he is a national saxophone, smooth as Lando Calrissian jazz artist. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Exum Jr. right now, ladies and gentlemen.
How's everybody doing? Good to see you all here. So I didn't prepare a speech. Pappy just says you're speaking, and I'm just doing what he asked me to do. So I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. No, I'm just joking. You said there's some artists here, right? Some bands, some musicians. Raise your hand. All right. Very creative people here. Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. So I have to stand right here, or? Okay, cool. So anyway, let me get in position here. Left. I'm looking at the camera like, I'm looking at the, okay, anyway. All right. So, like I said, I didn't prepare a speech. I just wanted to come and, first of all, I want to thank my man, Pappy. We have a pretty interesting story. We go way back. And like he said, he used to book me as an individual artist in some of the bands that I was in. And we were neighbors for a little while. I used to live right behind Pappy over here on Lorraine Street, a little cottage house for a few years. I was looking for a place, and he's like, I got my little back house, and you can stay there. And it worked out perfect, So he's definitely a close friend of mine, and I'm very proud of him. I'm very impressed by all of this, because we just talked about this a couple of days ago. So thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause for just being here. That's important, very important. Just to give you a little bit of information about me, I'm a national recording artist, like he said. So he wanted me to talk to you about a little bit about what COVID has done, how it's affected people like myself. So I can't speak exactly, directly for all the musicians and artists that are here, but I'm sure you guys can relate. My very last tour date was late February this year. I was out in Los Angeles. I was playing with a gentleman by the name of Paris Escovedo. And Paris Escovedo is the nephew, if you guys remember Santana or Azteca. His father was a member of both of those bands, and his first cousin just happens to be Sheila E. So I'm 1 degree separated from taking Sheila out on a date. I know it, I feel it. I met her that night. I was starstruck as hell, but I'm gonna get my game together because I gotta go back out there in a couple of weeks to do another virtual show, which is what I'm getting at with Paris, on the 2nd of January. So speaking of virtual shows, most of us artists have had to really get our ingenuity together, get our innovative minds, our creative minds together in order to survive. So thank God for technology, because that's the only way a lot of us have been able to stay relevant, especially those of us who have a national audience. So Zoom and Facebook Live are our friends now, YouTube Live. And so we've been, all of us, the playing field has been leveled in such a crazy way that it's all got us just, flabbergasted. Like when you see your musical heroes, who are probably a lot more well-off than you. So for me as a saxophonist, if I see Boney James and Brian Culberson in their living rooms with their Cash Apps up, it's real. I was like, wow. So I had no reason to complain because I was thinking, well, what are we gonna do now, I looked at my schedule for this year in January, and I was all excited because my manager and I got together and we came up with a plan starting in early 2019 to get my brand a little bit more solidified on the national level and international. And then here comes COVID, and here comes March 2020. And I saw 1 gig go away, then 2, then 3, then 10, and then 15. And then I saw one of my favorite clubs have to shut down called Jazz at Jack's, where I got my start as a solo artist in Denver, Colorado. And then I saw another club I used to play at in Aurora called the Casbah. Those are my Colorado homes, shut down for good. So it's like, well, man, what's happening? And then I looked at my bank account and I saw 1 deposit get refunded, then 2 deposits get refunded, and then almost $3,000 or $4,000 having to get sent back to these talent buyers because they kept trying to reschedule these events, and either the venues are shut down or the situation was getting worse and they decided to cancel altogether. So that's the effect that it's had on me. How many of you guys, well, I think all of us have, but all of you who are entrepreneurs, have you just experienced that depression or that funk you go into when you've just lost a lot of money and there's nothing you can do about it? I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Those of you who are artists in this, when you see it happen, it's business, and you understand that, well, we have to do this. But there's sometimes where I've had sleepless nights, and the creativity gets stifled. Well, I decided after about a month into it, right before they lifted that first, stay-at-home order, I was gonna put out some new music. So put out a new single with a friend of mine in Dallas, another great saxophone player. His name is Vandell Andrew, and he was, of course, going through the same thing. So I tried to find some positive ways to get through this, releasing new music, doing Zoom events, doing small events. I want to thank, I have to say this, I have to thank Copper, the cultural officer of the Pikes Peak region. You guys know who they are, right? Andy, Vic, in the crew. They came up with this thing called curbside culture, where artists like myself would show up to your curbside, literally, or your deck, or your driveway, or your cul-de-sac. And I did like a bunch of summer concerts by myself, not with my band or anything, just performing for people's neighbors and for birthday parties. And so that kept me busy, and I'm very thankful for that whole idea. But still, it's it's really hard right now. We can't really plan ahead. You know, it's all like, well, if this is lifted in a couple months, then we'll do this. And if, you know, COVID goes away, then, you know, this tour date to come back and this tour date to come back. So I saw myself having a full schedule, and like I said, within 6 weeks, they were all canceled or rescheduled, and then those canceled and rescheduled, and then some of those just went away completely. So you can imagine how a person like myself feels thinking, okay, well, what am I gonna do now? Especially after you've dedicated your life to your art and your craft, and you decided to go full time with it. Pappy was around when I said, okay, no more day job, I'm going full throttle with this. And matter of fact, he was gonna be my agent at that point, but then, you know, his piano skills went through the roof, and then I didn't see him no more, so, you know. But, you know, and I'm proud of that, trust me. I was there when he was learning, so believe me when I tell you his skills went through the roof. Yes, because he was one of those guys that did this, you know. But anyway, right. So I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about just a personal experience so that you guys can understand the other level of seriousness and how this affects people like myself, the gig workers and the artists out there who depend on you. You know, people are our biggest resource when we're in this business. If you don't buy the tickets, if you don't download the music, if you don't even stream it, even though I still don't know how the hell we splitting pennies now with, you know, YouTube and Spotify. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm learning, you know. Still, you know, that's part of how we make money, how we function, how we make you happy. And a lot of us are in this business because, yes, we've turned it into a business, but we're here to make people feel good. And could you imagine this world without music? No, seriously, could you imagine this world without music? I mean, that's like one of the essentials: food, light, water, music. Right? You gotta have it, you know, so we miss it. And, you know, we've tried to do some good things. Like, for example, New Year's Eve, I'll be right across the street here doing a little virtual thing for New Year's Eve, just to kind of help bring in 2021 on a positive vibe, you know? So if you want to check it out, let me know. And I got a couple friends coming up from out of town. So, you know, in short, I just want to say, you know, this is serious. So whoever's bored, come on, man. You know, really? People are hurting right now. People are losing folks. Yesterday, I lost one of my favorite promoters out of Alabama, a guy named Bernard Lockhart, who was like an elder, like an uncle to me. He used to book me in Alabama every year for the last 3 years for what they called Magic City Smooth Jazz, Jazz in the Park. This man dedicated his life with the 501(c) as well to putting out free concerts every Sunday in every major city in Alabama from May to October. May to October, and he got nothing but national acts and then regional, local acts to open up. So I used to play Bessemer and Birmingham and Tuscaloosa, Prattville, places like that, to a big audience, you know, like a sea of people for free. And he always paid me what I was worth. He always made sure I ate good and always made sure my hotel was, you know, a good thing. He was one of those people who believed in the art. So we're losing a lot of those people to COVID, and we're losing a lot of those people to the lack of business that COVID has brought around. So, you know, what you guys are doing here and supporting my man Pap is important. It helps me. It helps this young lady here. You know, and it just strengthens the community, because now, more than ever, we need each other. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Exum Jr., give it up one more time for him. I've got a couple other people that I wanted to have a chance to speak, because we're trying to get to the heart of this. It takes an understanding, because we've been bobbled into all this glass box, the phones, the TVs, and everything like that, and we haven't had a chance to look at each other. But one time we don't see is there's an underlying current of tough stuff that happens, and it's addiction. And it gets even worse during times like this. One of my good friends, he's on Mountain Country FM. He's also got his own podcast, Addicted to Joy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Johnny Joy from Mountain Country FM. That's your music intro. Ding, 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 ding.
That was the most cliched thing I've ever heard. Hey, y'all. How you doing? Yeah, I am the morning show host on 107.3 1530 Mountain Country, and we are the only wide-reaching, locally owned station in town, really that's left that's not owned by a corporate entity. So this fine young man entrusts us with spreading this message, and we are happy to do so. And see a lot of you that I know from here, and I've worked with a lot of you. When you were showing the pictures of General Palmer, well, my great-great-grandfather was good friends with General Palmer. Yeah, he was part of the Queen's Royal Guard at Buckingham Palace, and he found his wife sleeping with another guard. And so the Queen said, you could stay here and be executed, you could head off to the States. And he was on his way to San Francisco for the tail end of the gold rush, and he ran into William Jackson Palmer in Cripple Creek in 1869. Yeah, and so I've got a picture of my great-grandfather right across the street in the mining exchange when it was used as the mining exchange. So I've got a very vested interest in this city and in each and every one of you and in every business that you all represent. Because, nationwide, it's obviously different some places other than others, but right now in the Springs, I'm watching our city die. But I'm watching all of us come together and saying enough is enough. One of the things that some people know about me, I've been very open about this for many years, is today marks, let's see, what would be 2,747 days of sobriety. So that's, yeah, I don't count on a day-to-day basis. I have an app on my phone I just glanced at. So it's just shy of 7 years. Some of the people in this room that I worked for saw me at my lowest. They saw me in a bad spot. And they've also gotten to watch my rise back to where my goal, besides playing real country music, by the way, that's what we play on Mountain Country. Yeah. No pop country. We play Johnny Cash and Merle Haggard. But my goal is to help people that are suffering from addiction. Because I think I can say without a shadow of a doubt, who here knows somebody that's affected by addiction? Right, okay. And that's exactly why I'm so open about it. That's why I use my Facebook. That's why I use the Addicted to Joy logo you see right there. That's why I make sure it is something that is so focused on. Because in the restaurant industry, in the music industry right now, the worst thing you can do to somebody that's suffering from addiction is to shelter them, is to make them hide away, is to take away their community. Addiction is not about the booze, it's not about the pills, it's not about the drugs, it's not about the sex or the gambling or the food. Addiction is about the messed up stuff that's going on between our ears. That was the case with me. I had a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house, 3 cars in the garage, and I was drinking 8 bottles of wine a day. I was taking Xanax like Pez. I broke my face in 5 different places. I had a BAC of 0.54 twice. I broke out of Penrose Hospital, ripping IVs out of my arm. I've been in county detox 3-4 times. So I know, I get it. I've been there, and it sucks. And a lot of us are fighting silently. A lot of us are battling quietly. And you shut down these restaurants, and you take away not just the money, that sucks, but you take away the livelihood, and people are going to die. And that's why I am so fired up about this, because since I got sober March 14, 2014, right before St. Patrick's Day, since then, 33 people I know I've had to bury from overdose, whatever. Since March, add another 12 to that. I don't know anyone that's died of COVID, and I'm grateful for that. My wife's grandmother and grandfather both had it, both 80 years old. They're fine. That's not the case for everyone. I understand that. This is a real disease. I understand that. But we are also grown adults, and we need to be able to practice our own personal risk management. Because those that say they are trying to keep us safe are actually killing us. And when it comes to the addicts And chances are you're either one in this room or you know one in this room or you've become one since March. Most unthinkable thing they could do is what they are doing. And that's not being spoken about. They're saying, just wear your damn mask. Keep away from people. I'll finish up with this because there's a lot of people that need to talk, and I've got a little 17-month-old to get home to. Well, yeah. Yes, I know, and she's going to grow up to be a teenager someday. But be that as it may. One of the most powerful phrases I've heard recently, and I got to share it with you, is the opposite of addiction is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connection. And right now, connection has been taken away. You take people that are suffering and struggling, and then you say, now you have to stay home. You can't go to an AA meeting, and you can't see your friends, and you can't go to work, and you can't get the support you need. And by the way, we're taking away your money. What do you think is going to happen? Liquor sales are up 35%. Business is booming for pharmaceuticals, for psychiatrists, for funeral directors. So the people that are dying of COVID are not just dying of COVID. That is a portion. But the people that are dying work in the restaurant business, and they're dying of addiction in droves. So hang in there, everybody. Together as a city, we will get through this. We will. But if you are hurting, if you are struggling, or you know someone that is struggling, find me. It's Johnny Joy on Facebook. I will talk to you. I will meet you for coffee. I will Zoom with you. I will text with you, because we are in this together. And I don't mean that in the cliche way, all right? I love you. Poppy.
Hey, give it up for Johnny Joy one more time there, man. Listen, folks, it keeps coming at me again and again. The thing is, there's a story here that's deeper than just, give me the money. I've had 5 people ask me tonight, when's this going to end tonight, this presentation? I've had people coming up and say, when are we getting to the money part? Folks, it's deeper than the money. Can you understand what I'm saying? And if that's what you, and again, I'll say this, if it's just about the money, there you go. It won't last long if you don't have a connection to people. And you know, one of the things I want to talk about with my friend Jed Hafer, who's been with me a long time, comedian Jed Hafer, he's been with me, and he's such a good guy, man. He's been there for me from the beginning. I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring him up here. Jed Hafer with Mission Peace. He's always got a nice message, and then we're going to get to the good stuff.
Thanks, man. What a great honor to be Pappy's friend, and what a great honor to be a part of this tonight. He asked me to say a few words, so like many of the people who have talked already, I have a connection to Colorado Springs. I was born here down the street, Penrose Hospital, and does it still exist? Yeah, I think it does. And I love Pappy, I love people, I love Colorado Springs. And I was working for a company that's been in business since 1977, pre-COVID, not anymore. So in the spring, they laid off all of us except for their immediate family members, and then they eventually shut down completely. I felt called to do something. I saw a lot of people fighting. If you think back, on Facebook, it was a couple minutes ago, there were people really going at it, right, on social media, and I felt called one night to just be a peacemaker, to try to facilitate people getting along better, hearing each other better, and not fighting so much, and particularly with law enforcement and marginalized communities, and I just felt called. I'm a trainer and a teacher at heart, so I thought I could go out and I could teach some of these skills to people about how to get along better. And so I formed a live training company, a company that is founded on emotional intelligence and getting people, basically, if your people are good with people, we'll make them better, right? Because any business, you gotta be good with people. And so I formed a training company that's based on speaking publicly and live trainings to groups of people during a pandemic because I'm a genius wizard. And as you can imagine, it's been tough, really related to what Tony was saying about gigs being canceled after gig after gig after gig being canceled. I had a gig canceled in Wyoming, which I thought was wide open, Wild West. And even in Wyoming, they're canceling gigs. And so when Pappy asked me to talk, I said, I don't really know what to say to people other than I think I know how to persuade people. So Pappy and I, one of the things we did together besides comedy is we worked with troubled teenagers. And on more than one occasion, one of those angry, troubled teenagers threw a chair in the direction of Pappy and myself. And I ducked, and he didn't. And he could have ducked because he's a boxer. He's agile, right? He could have got out of the way, but he let the chair hit him. And I asked him about it, and he said, well, I knew that kid would feel really bad if he hit me with a chair. And I wanted him to feel bad, so I went ahead and I let it hit me. That's serious. That's the kind of guy we're dealing with. More than one time, I've had to calm him down when he was genuinely upset. And he's done the same for me. And more than one time, there have been people really, really fighting, and I've been the one in between them trying to say, hey, let's talk about this, let's work this out. I've always been a peacemaker. I have 3 older brothers, and they used to beat each other up and me. And a lot of times I was the one trying to step in between and separate them. I played basketball on the basketball court. I was always trying to step in between and break up fights. So if you can imagine, about February, I was going on Facebook and I was seeing my friends saying awful, hateful things to one another. Did that break anybody else's heart, seeing all the fighting? Of course, none of us here participated in that. That's good. I'm proud of you guys. Me neither. But what I realized is there are specific skills. There are specific skills that can help us get along and that can help you actually persuade somebody. So when I was thinking about businesses, one of the things we have to do is persuade people. And it doesn't work to pummel them. We need to persuade them. Just like the government, is anybody here with the government? Okay, let's talk bad about them. That's okay. The government, I would rather that they convince me, not coerce me, right? They want me to wear a mask. Show me that this is a good thing. Show me that it works to protect me and other people, and I'll do it. I'll do the right thing. Probably just like you. Convince me I'll do the right thing. Coerce me, what do I want to do? I want to fight back. So we have a mission. We have a mission to persuade people, not pummel them. We feel like pummeling them sometimes, but we need to persuade them that it's safe and that the moves we wish they would make are the right moves. And for me personally, I like facts and I like logic. So I was looking at one, Johnny, that really spoke to me a lot, to what Johnny said. I looked at a story about San Francisco. This year in 2020, San Francisco has had over 600 people die of overdose. They've had less than 200 COVID deaths in the city, over 600. Did you hear anything about any of those overdose deaths? So I like facts, and I don't want to call anybody names. I don't want to anger them, because ultimately what I need them to do is be persuaded and then come into my restaurant, right? I need them to feel safe, because people remember how we make them feel, and I need them to come into my bar. I don't own a bar or a restaurant because I'm not as cool as you guys, but if I did. So I wanted to give a couple ideas that I have, because my company is about emotional intelligence. It's about finding what makes people work and finding the best way to communicate and get through to people, whether it's troubled teenagers, whether it's police officers, authority figures, teachers. What I really do, what I'm really good at, is helping people persuade other people. So I wanted to give you just a couple, and I will also offer this. I wasn't going to do this. Pappy didn't know I was going to do this, but if anybody wants to contact me through 719 Co, I will help you craft a message, and I won't charge anything for that. Because I want to see your businesses all the way back open. I want to see people filling up your places of business. I want to see customers ringing cash registers. Part of that is selfish, because I got 4 teenagers in my house and I want them out of my house really, really soon. No, don't laugh at that. That's a cry for help. I also, though, I don't want the domino effect. And this is what worries me. And this is point number one. If you want to persuade people, this I think is the most persuasive point that I have heard. Poverty hurts and kills people too. I'll say that again. Poverty hurts people and kills people too. I follow this probably way too much. I follow this website called worldometer.net, if you've seen it. It's a very widely accepted source of information. It will tell you how many people were born today, how many people died today in every country around the world, and it is fascinating. Don't waste too much of your time on it. But I looked yesterday, and it was a particularly bad day. They said over 9,000 people died of COVID. And I know that sometimes those numbers get fudged and it's died with COVID, but it will give it the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, over 9,000 people. You know how many people died of hunger yesterday around the world? Over 25,000. More than double, and that happens every single day. On the worst COVID day, more than twice that many people, and sometimes 3 times that many people are dying of hunger. So a very powerful argument that you make respectfully, by the way. That's one of our key principles in Mission Peace, is respectful engagement. If I want to respectfully engage and persuade somebody, I can make the very, very logical and factual argument that poverty hurts and kills people too. And then the one other one, both Johnny and Tony alluded to this, and I appreciate what they both said a lot. We manage risk every day. We take risks every day. And this is just a factual thing. If I get in my car and drive, especially if it's Powers or Academy, I am taking huge, huge risks, right? Every single day. And everything I do, there is a risk. So if you want me to be safer, convince me. Now imagine for a moment that you, the restaurant or bar owner, you're the authority figure. I used to say to my kids, be quiet back there when they were in the back of the vehicle, right? Anybody have them? I'll tell you, I'm not spying on you. This is when your kids fight, when you're on the phone. And in the back of vehicles, especially if you're going somewhere important, right? So we had 2 kids, and then I adopted 2 emergency backup kids. And it's a good thing to do. But now all of a sudden I had to get a minivan, and so I lost all coolness, which I didn't really have. But my kids used to fight in the back of that minivan. And I used to say to them, knock it off. And I used to make threats, and I used to try to coerce them. One day, my friends at the Love and Logic Institute where I work, they said, figure out what you can control. Figure out what you can enforce. And I thought, I know what I can control. Their allowance. Well, so my wife could control their allowance. The money in us. My ex-wife. But anyway, I said to them, I turned and I said, I charge $1 a minute to listen to fighting in the back of the van. I charge $1, and you can use that, absolutely. And then in this economy, you want to lower it to 50 cents, I don't know. But I realized I could control my action in this case. And if I was the authority figure, it was best to say things that I could enforce. So here's what I would not do. If I'm a bar or restaurant owner, I would not say, come on, don't be a chicken, don't live in fear. Don't be a sheep. I wouldn't call people names. I wouldn't tell them in any coercive way why they need to come in. I would say, here's what I will do. I will keep this place extra super clean. My staff are awesome. They will follow every precaution and then some. They care about you, customer. They look out for you, and that's what we will do. And that will help, I believe, change people's minds way better than calling them names, calling them sheeple, or any other cool meme that you saw on Facebook. If you'd like to learn more about this, my website is mission-peace.org. And what I really want to do is persuade people, because I want to see this place open back up. I want to see the world open back up. I want to see comedy clubs open back up. I want to see schools open back up. Hallelujah. So I don't know, even my 8th graders' math, I have no freaking idea. But most of all, I want to see the toll, the emotional toll that this is taking on people. I want to see that stop, because I worry very, very much about our mental health as a society. We were made to connect and to be together. We were not made to be alone and on screens. So I believe we can persuade people, and I believe that this can get over sooner. And even if the virus doesn't go away completely, we can do more sensible things that will open us back up responsibly and safely. I want to also say God bless you guys and Merry Christmas.
Jed Hafer with Mission Peace, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Hey, what'd you guys think of Tony, Johnny, and Jed? What do you guys think of those guys, man? There's a lot of stuff we wanted to get to and things like that, but one thing I wanted to point out was, is Chef Henry here? Where is Chef Henry at? Is he here? Okay. So the other day, speaking of all these things, the reason I brought Tony up, the reason I brought Johnny up, the reason I brought Jed up is because there's a lot of mental things here before we get to the good stuff, and it's just right around the corner, but I got to show you one more thing. When we talk about shutdowns, ruined towns, it's obvious now that it's not, at least with this group, it has nothing to do with going against the government and this, that. Matter of fact, it's a separation from it. It's getting back to things where we were community, where we lifted up barns together, where we were together as a people, where we helped each other. We didn't have to ask permission from somebody that lived in a glass house to come help us down here in the road. We did it down there in the road. That's what it did. And now we see a lot of people standing by like, well, I don't know, you want to? And I don't know, you want to? No. That's not it. Because the other night, my lady here, she works hard. She's been through a lot. I'm not going to get all of that, but she's been through a lot. You guys have been through a lot. That's just what it is. And I just wanted to take her away from that world for just a second. Just a second. And I guess who I went to? Bar owners, bartenders, musicians, and we were the community. Employees, cooks, hostesses. Maybe you don't understand. Let me show you what it looks like.
So I'm here at Roosters, as I told you, man. I got people putting this together. So 719 Co. Yeah. So 719 Co. I just want to show you that shutdowns, ruined towns, the thing that we're doing. This is the staff here, right here at Roosters. This is Chad. Look at this. They're all putting it together. Just right here. Look at this. Everybody's doing their thing, and they're helping me make this amazing meal for her. And so it's everybody coming together. Everybody's coming together to help me get this amazing magical night together. Let me say something else. Oh yeah, by the way, that's an early Christmas present I got from Missy, but when you have something to be wrapped, you let girls naturally do it professionally. Okay, check this out. Wes is coming in with this door right here is a speakeasy. And it's called Illusions. Oh my God, and the guys are here. And this is actually the guy that's helping put my night together. This is Chef Mark Henry. No, it's not. That's Greg Howard. This is part of the Shutdowns Ruined Towns team, and we're getting the night ready for her. So now I'm gonna get the lights ready and stuff because it's a little too dark in here. All right, Mark. Put it together. What do we got? What are we looking at?
Chateaubriand. Look at that. Nice, rare, prime beef tenderloin. Only the finest haiku scallops.
Chad, what are you working on?
Getting ready to do a cheesecake. Some Oreo from Nova Scotian salmon, reverse osmosis cured taste system.
Oh my God.
There you go.
719, we're cooking.
Carnivore group. We're cooking, bring community together, local first, shutdowns, ruined towns, communities overcome shutdowns.
I can't appreciate it enough, but I mean, you're technically off the clock right now.
Well, you know, being a restaurant owner, we're always on the clock. But the real heroes of the story here, these guys here on the line, they are technically off the clock. And they're here because you, Pappy, and 719 Co. are giving us an opportunity to do what we do and what we love and give back to the community. And we're cooking, and we're getting to be inspired about the dishes that we're doing. And we're off menu, and we're off the script, and we're playing with ingredients that we haven't got to see in a while because the money hasn't been there, the passion hasn't been there, and the diner psyche hasn't been there, but it's coming back. And a lot of that is in part to what 719 Co. is doing, and what Pappy Sorellis is doing, what West VKCO is doing, and getting everybody inspired and getting this community to come back together and realizing that it's more than just business and COVID and virus. It's community and it's family and it's love. And we're in here and we're cooking our asses off right now, and we're loving every minute of it. First course is a salmon poke. We have a osmosis cured salmon. It's a Nova Scotian salmon belly with some fresh tahini, a little bit of spiced soy, and chili pepper reduction. So this whole dinner, Missy, you're gonna see, I talked to Pappy and he told me all your favorite things. He told me salmon is one of your favorites, so we started there. We're gonna go into one of your favorite things on the next course too, and this is gonna open the door for that, and then we're gonna lighten it back up on course 3. So take in all these flavors, it's gonna open your palate up and getting you ready for the mouth hammers that are about to come.
The mouth hammers.
So these are Japanese Haikuru scallops. They're from Haikuru, Japan. We confit them in a little bit of brown butter and then sear them up in that same brown butter.
So far.
Savory course of the meal, so we went a little bit more classical. We went French on it. So what we've got is Chateaubriand, which is a center cut beef tenderloin. So this is a cherry tart. So you've got a chocolate graham cracker crumb, and then some Osorno cherries that I have braised down in bourbon, a cherry gelée, and then a salted chantilly cream with a little bit of milk chocolate flecks on top.
Everything else after that was private. Look, that doesn't happen without an executive, like a chef, a real chef with a real heart. Chad Henry, everybody there, his brother who's had the day off, but he wanted to be there so he could work on his skills, and he wanted to be there so he could help us. Tony Exum Jr. playing saxophone, Robert Beard playing guitar. These are the people I stand behind. Yeah, give them a round of applause. So I've been having several people tell me I gotta rush this stuff. Well, I'm not rushing this stuff. I don't rush them because I'm Ukrainian, that's why. I'll tell you that right now. But here's the thing. Hey, Wes, you got the main menu, right? Go back to where this started. What did Colorado Springs look like again? That. You think they did that inside of 2 hours, people? Nah. It took a while. So yeah, let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about it. Hit the shirts, Wes. All right, here's what's going on. What's the idea? What's the plan? For those of you on Facebook, I'm sorry. I can't stand behind here any longer. I've got to move around. This is so anti-Pappy. So, all right. Look, here's the thing, and they'll still be there. Yeah, that'll be great. Well, here, we'll do this little number here. Here we go. There you go. It's good. It's good. There we go. That's great. Here's what we got. So right now on the shirts sold, we got 0 shirts sold. We got 0 relief. We got 0. We got nothing. You got 2? Well, I'm getting ready to look at the magic counter right now. Let's see what's been happening while we've been taking our time. Let's see what's been happening while we've been taking our time here, telling a story and weaving a narrative. Let's see what's been happening. Okay. Well, apparently showing videos does work. This is good stuff. First of all, out of the gate, go figure. Go figure. Out of the gate, the very people, the very ladies, and Josh, why is there so many people named Josh? I'm talking about, this is why I call him Sal, and this is why he calls me Vinny. I tell you what, change that, because Chicken Coop just gave us $200 for these shirts right now. These shirts. These right here, $200 for these shirts. Here's the plan. Let me tell you something. Now listen, we had some things happen. Todd and Babette had put these shirts out. There was a bad story that happened with them. Some things got twisted, and it was just crazy. It just got really crazy, man. It was bad. So he comes to me and he calls me and he says, hey, we're out $4,000 because we thought this guy was with 719 Co. I said, hey, Roman law, it is my debt. Give it to me. So here's the thing. I told Todd, we're going to take care of this. We're going to figure it out right now. Chicken Coop's already set up. So I'm going to try and pull off something I don't know has ever been pulled off. But we're at the end of this thing right now. We're at the end of this thing. And I'm going to need your help. So if you want to start with a flat ground, Colorado Springs, you want to put some cars on it, you want to put some theaters in it, you want to put some nice things in it. Here's what I said. Todd and Babette, you're back there. Make some noise. Clap your hands or something. I know you don't talk a lot. Todd just works hard. There we go. So we got 1,500 shirts that he's out. That means we got $200 there for that right now. So let's look at this, Wes. Before we get going here, let's see who went on while we were talking here and doing this. So we got that. I can't see the people now. Hold on a second. There we go. All right. Well, look at that. The two-wheel community comes through again right there. Christina Ballard at $20 for a ladies large right there at $20. Let's see here. Let's see here. Why is it showing everybody else's? It didn't used to do. I love when things change since the last time I used it. That's awesome. Hold on a second. I got apparently some of my friends had to pay a large phone bill. That's awesome. Wait a minute, 820, where'd you get that? Huh? No, we're not. Well, yeah, but that's not the, is that what oh, yeah, that's right. Because I keep forgetting because the shirts are at 5 and 7 and then the relief is $20 and that's great stuff right now. That is great stuff right now. Crystal Piercy with another shirt right now. Crystal Piercy with one more shirt. So that's 47 shirts sold right now. Where'd you get the 46 shirts? Is that how many? No doubt. That is awesome stuff right there. So here, let me ask you something right now. If I'm at 47 shirts, how many shirts do we got left? How many shirts we got left? So we got 1,500 shirts? Okay. We got what? So 14, who wants to be my counter? Who wants to be it? Dave, you like this shit stuff. You got the counter? Start at 1550. Start at 1550. Make yourself useful. Grab the pen. Grab the calendar. Or I mean the calculator. The calendar. Grab the calculator. Come on. There you go. Start at 1,500. Minus 47 shirts. We got $840 raised right now in the last 2 minutes. It's not that hard. What else are we doing right now? What else do we got going? Who else is jumping in on this, man? What do you got? Thomas, what do you got for me? $1,000 on it right now? Start playing that music, Wes. Start playing that music. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, we got $1,000 now. Put $1,000 on there. How many shirts does that get? How many? You know how to do that math? You know how to do it? I'm busy here in my mind right now. We got $1,000 that are at it. Dude, thank you very much. Thank you very much. What else do we got going on out here? What do you got? Zabala Food Truck just added another $100. Let's go. Put it on there right now. We're at 100. How many shirts is that, Wes? We're at 247 shirts sold in the last 3 minutes. That's awesome. What do we got right now? Oh my God, this reminds me of my days at Deja Vu. This is awesome. Oh, that's great. What is this? $100 from the Native Sons right now. How many shirts will that get, Wes? How many? 20 shirts. Put it up there. Put it on the board. What else we got going on right now? All right, Todd, I'm trying, man. We got 1,500 shirts to get rid of. I'm looking here. Of course you did. Wait a second here. Wait a second here. Why is it not just showing me my stuff? Why is it showing me everybody else's? I can't see. Hold on 1 second here.
I would drove 1,000 miles just to get to you. The desert lonely nights might break me, but I'll stand by you.
Joshua Sharp, where are you at, you little? Where's Joshua Sharp? You are soft. Ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Sharp just added $80. $80. How many shirts is that, Wes? $80. How many shirts is that? Yeah. That's another. My lovely lady. My lovely lady Missy just added another $200 right now. $200 for those shirts. There we go right now. So now what do we got, Todd? We got 1,500 shirts we owed you. We're now at one. What are we at, Wes? What are we at, Wes? What do we got at? Are you kidding me? One of our bands right here, Animal, ladies and gentlemen. They're putting $100 toward it right now. $100. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How many are we at now, Wes? What does that put us at? What does that put? How you doing? What's going on? Hey girl, what do we got here? All right, we got another 80 bucks from Tony Exum Jr. And who are you? First Lady Productions right here. Another 80 bucks, Wes. Another 80 bucks. We're at, how many shirts is that, Wes? You got that? Dave, how you doing on the math there? You doing good, buddy? It's right there? Good stuff. So in the last 4 minutes, we got $7,000 in the community right now. Somebody make some noise. Wake up. What the hell's going on here, man? When's the last time you raised $7,000 in 5 minutes? What do you got for us, Wayne? Hey, Wes. Add 17 shirts for Good Company right now. Make some noise, people. This is a celebration. Put your hands together, man. You guys got to get out more. 17 shirts added on. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? We're at 396 shirts right now. Oh, thank you, brother. Mad C Landscape Solutions with $100, Wes. Mad C Solutions with $100. Mad C Landscape Solutions. Thank you. How many shirts is that putting us at, buddy? All right, Wes, we're at over 400 shirts right now. That is gonna work. We got one. I don't pick a lot of stuff off the floor, I'll tell you that. Yeah, but I'll come get it later with somebody else. So right now we're at 416 sold shirts. Are you feeling a little bit better, Todd? Are you feeling a little bit better? That's it, man. That's it. So we're at 416 sold shirts. Anybody else? Anybody else? What do you got? $100 from the Purple Toad. Let's do it. $100 from the Purple Toad. We'll be there. Be there. Eric, you guys show me some love, bro. Where's my love, brother? Where's my love, man? All right, we got $100 from Purple Toad. Another establishment that we're going to be at. This is great. Zinji's here. Zinji, my brother. Zinji. Ladies and gentlemen, this one says it's from the city. Another $100 from a consumer from the city. Right there, $100 a consumer from the city. Holy shit. You gotta be kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, the OG MC just paid $1,000. $1,000 from the OG. You got that, Wes? You got that, Dave? You doing the math? You got that? $1,000, Wes. What does that mean for shirts? That's gotta bump us up. Give me a nod or something, Wes, when you got it. 641 shirts sold right now.
Like a Hellcat.
6.2. Hey, you gotta add Dave Gallo's shirt right now. Jamie Swanky with $40. Give it up for Jamie Swanky with $40. That's a 719 love, Jamie. What you doing there, girl? Janelle with 25 bucks. Thank you, Janelle, with 25 bucks coming in on the Facebook Live. That is awesome, man. Where are we at, Wes? Is that our total? $12,840 in the last 6 minutes. Where are we at? 642 shirts. Jeremy, take out that wallet. Come on, let's go. Let's go, fellas. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, man. This is all paying back this guy over here. 12,840. Do we have anybody else in the room? Anybody else in the room? Anybody else in the room? What do you got? My old man. What do you got?
What's happening is going to help the restaurant business. It's going some people that won't be here if we don't do what we're doing. Now, I was going to give each of my kids, and keep in mind I'm 72 years old, and I work 40 to 50 hours a week. And my wife works 32, and we don't do that because we're rich, okay? But I was going to give each of my kids $500 this Christmas, okay? Well, tonight, I saw things I've never seen before. I've seen things that, I'm Pappy's Pappy, okay? And I've seen things my son's doing I didn't know he was doing. I try to keep up with him, but tonight, I'd like to give the $500 that I was gonna give Pappy. He's gonna still get it, and he can do with it whatever he wants. And I had $100 set aside to give to Missy because I just met her tonight, and okay, no more words, but I'm gonna match the $500. The $500 I'm giving you is for your birthday. You do with it whatever you want, but $500 is for this tonight. I wish I had more.
Wes, add $500. Damn, Pop. I'm not keeping it for my birthday. I'm giving it to this. $500. Did you add it, Wes? 500 in shirts. Did you add that? I'm not keeping it. No, I'm giving it. Huh? Okay, there's a lot going on. There's music, and I'm trying to answer the phone. Yes. What are you doing? Well, never mind. It's $1,000 now. It's $1,000. Holy crap. Holy crap, man. All right. Wes, you got it? Wes, focus on me real quick. Focus on me. You got it? $1,000? Is that up there? That's got to move that needle on those shirts. It has to. $1,000 of those shirts has got to move that needle. It can't be in the sixes. Something's wrong with that. But it's pretty close. What's that? The shirts are $20. Wes, are we good? Look at me, talk to me. Something. I'm out in the open here. You gotta use eye contact or something. This isn't like Call of Duty. Okay. So there's no way that we're gonna stay at 694 shirts. I understand that we've been leaking it out a little bit. What do we got on Cash App? What did you Cash App? Okay, did you add to that total too? We just got 2 more? Okay, just got 2 more. So what's it at now? It's at 696? 696. There's no way I'm leaving this room with 4 shirts needing to be bought right now. There's no way I'm leaving this room with 4. And you know what would feel better? If we were 50 shirts above that. So, all right, $5. That gets us. That, what? You need a. Hold on, we just got another $100 from Windish RV. Add $100 to the total. We got 105. We got 105 from, who do we got 105 from? Oh, the Chicken Coop. Good Lord, Chicken Coop. You guys are awesome, man. Where are we at right now? We're at 716 shirts, 13,000. $100 from a construction worker. We just broke $14,000. Add that up to the shirts. Do you believe in miracles? There's sandwiches here I haven't even eaten. I'm so excited. This is awesome. I never pass up a cheeseburger. People are making their way to the shirts over there. You can buy those shirts live or we'll get them to you. We're definitely going to have to check in with everybody on that. Please make sure you check in with Pappy Sorrells West at 719CO. The idea is that we're going to move these shirts. We're going to move lots of shirts. If you go out there in the community and move these shirts, if these bars get these shirts, these bars will get these shirts. They will get them at cost $5, $7. Anybody in this room that fills out that slip over there will get your first round of shirts at cost and all the free money that comes in after that, the donations that I'm getting in from the big businesses so that these businesses do not have to pay for these shirts. That is what we're going to do right now. We are talking with In-N-Out Burger right now. I have been going through 4 levels with In-N-Out Burger. I am at one of the last levels, and I've been approaching In-N-Out Burger for $10,000. That's what I've been doing. Let me say that one more time. I don't know how far asleep everybody is, but In-N-Out Burger with $10,000, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy, I'm going to get you a Pilates class so you can keep up with me, son. I was impressed, but I don't know, man. You're not moving, man. You got to have some life, buddy. It's not all T-Birds. It's not all T-Birds, buddy. All right. So where are we at right now? And by the way, the challenge is open if anybody else can raise $14,000 in 10 minutes. The challenge is open. 721 shirts sold right now. Let's get it to 725. Let's get it to 725. Who's got it? Is it going to be you or this guy, Jeremy? Which one is it? I don't know which one it is, but it's you or this guy. One of you guys. We got construction workers buying shirts. There's no way you're getting out of here without buying something. There's no way. No way. All right, we got 720. Hey, did we add Christina's 100, Wes? We added Christina's 100. So it's 721. We just need 4 more shirts. Jeremy's going to the bar to get it right now. That's good. What you got? 5 shirts from. Hey, I could be happy. I could dream. I could dream. We're just trying to make it happen. 5 shirts. So here's what happens. All the donors that I go get to donate money, all the donors, I'm going to pass that along to the businesses that showed up here, that took the time here. So Murray Street Darts, Purple Toad, Knucklehead, all the businesses that came, Black Forest Chicken Coop. I'm going to take all those donations and give it to them. Tabala Food Truck, whatever they're going to do, whatever they want to help with, I will take those donations, buy those shirts, and hand them to these businesses that showed up here for free. I'll hand them to 3 E's. They can do what they want with them. You can help raise money for somebody. You can get money for yourself. We even had a landscaping company come out and help us. Thank you very much. We had the First Lady Productions coming out to help us. That's right. First Lady's here, man. All right, 726. We can't end on that number either. We can't end on that number either. 726. Let's finish the night with something. Anybody, hey, Jamie, you got anything back there? Did you get any shirts bought back there to add to this total? How much? Wes, add $205 to the total right now. Add $205 to the total. Add those shirts up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Where does that put us at shirt-wise, Wes? Another, what was that, 200 and what? 200 what? 205 to that, Wes. Where does that put us at? 736 shirts. That's not bad, man. That is not bad. All right, turn the music off. So here's the thing. You just saw 736 shirts get sold. You just saw $14,000 enter the community right now. And all I had to do was call a couple of friends and ask them to help. That's all I had to do. I had a couple of friends that came in and I asked them to help. And we got to raise $14,000 and 736 shirts in less than 15 minutes. What's up? What? Did she add to it? Well, she's welcome to do it in like percentages. I mean, you could take 10% of it. All right, hold on. Somebody else is feeling good about this. We're adding $100 to this right now. We're adding $100. I tell you what, we shouldn't leave until that relief raises at $15,000. We're at $14,825. You said you had something going or what? What'd you have there? What do you got for me here? Quickly, what do you got for me here? What do you got?
When you're ready to put
Come on here. What do you got?
No, when you put us up. Oh, dear Lord.
Here we go. Come on now.
You gotta change it.
Well, we will, but we don't know nothing yet.
Oh, dear Lord.
We don't know anything.
No, you should get.
I'll change it, absolutely. You want me to film it?
Yes, I do. Can you film it on here, please?
Because I have an Android.
Thank you. You guys are coming with me. Yes. We're going up right now, okay? Here we go. Thank you so much. I don't want to flash anyone. Okay. Wait, can you make this midget status? Please. I'm sorry. It's a thing.
Short stature was making hard.
All right. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much, 3Es, for letting us be here right now, because this space is freaking beautiful. Wait, no, I have to go this way. And then you guys have to be in it with me, because I don't like being alone. Like, I don't like, well, I am talking. Anyway, hi, everybody. I am the owner of Tobala Food Truck, but we pivoted for winter to Tobala Food for Thought. Been having an amazing time with both Pappy and Wes here, who have been working their ass off, because I did not promise not to cuss. And Tobala Food for Thought is going to be doing something unique in the fact that we've got some awesome partnerships here. 2 native sons, who I can see one of them and not the other. Thank you very much. And we want to rival Pappy. You listening? We want to rival you. So what we're going to do all winter is we are going around to exceptional businesses, to businesses that are struggling. We're going to highlight you guys 5 minutes for free. Okay, it's going to go on my platform, their platform. They'll tell you a little bit more about how they'll get you seen. But every single one of those is getting a shirt for free from us. And if you want the opportunity to purchase it for your entire business, we will have them ready for you too. So every single business, please represent Shutdowns Ruin Towns, because this is how you can make some money for yourself. All of the proceeds will go back to a local business, okay? And I'm talking right now. In fact, he doesn't even know it. Dan Dreyfus, owner of Pies and Grinders, $300 in. His entire team is gonna have shirts. So, Merry Christmas, Dan Dreyfus. I'm gonna pass this off to 2 native sons. They're partnering with me on this journey, and I want you guys to give them a little bit of an idea of how they're getting highlighted by y'all. Hey, get me out of this center.
What's up, guys? It's an honor to be here tonight with so many great people who have hit this stage already. My name is Patrick Murakami. This is Scott Brandt. Together we're 2 native sons, 2 local who grew up right here in Colorado Springs, 2 local business owners. And we started our business with a thought of having a conversation at a park that basically just asking one another, have you ever thought of writing a book? And the collaboration piece that came from that turned into, well, I think that we can help other businesses. I think we can help small and local. And then that turned into, well, let's run a podcast. Now we have a collaboration of 8 podcasts. We have a YouTube channel. We've got all these different things, but everything is going back and circles back to one thing. How do we help and support small and local? 85% of Colorado Springs is small and local business. That's what makes Colorado Springs amazing. You guys right here showing up for small and local business is what makes this amazing. I'm gonna give you a quick history lesson real quick on myself and how we got to this portion. 2005, I attempted to take my life for the very first time. I've got the cuts, I've got the scars on the back of my legs, I've got the scars on various parts of my body. And I even failed at that, and that was the lowest point of my life because I felt like I couldn't even complete that task. And I never thought that I would turn around at some point and be a business owner. I never thought that I would be in a position where I could help others. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm in this, I feel I have this pressing need to be able to help others. And when this call of COVID, when all these things started happening, this place that I've known for 36 years, this place that I grew up in, Village 7, I live right behind Doherty High School. All of these places, all of these people, all the things that I grew up with, all the things that I've grown to love, All the things that I thought would be there forever are no longer there. Conway's Red Top, Blockbuster Video, Skate City, right? All these things. And we're all struggling together. So Two Native Sons is a social impact business. Our goal is to help support small and local. Our goal is to teach people grace and greatness. There's somewhere that we all fall in between, but sometimes we don't allow ourselves to have either one. And so to go from suicidal to business owner to small and local business supporter, our goal is to help where we can. Our goal is to help any and everyone, whether it's business related, whether it's taking you to the next level, helping you fire your boss, helping you take your trainings, helping you create trainings so that way you can better your business and be this better version of yourself. Because I promise you, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
I get to speak. All right, evening, Scott Brandt, other half of Two Native Sons, also native Colorado Springs, kind of grew up in Colorado Springs, down in the Fountain area, out east in the Falcon area. Ultimately, my biggest thing when it comes to individuals is each of us have a message that somebody else needs to hear. You never know who you're going to impact by that message you share. And I think the ultimate thing that we have to understand is get out of our own way and share that message, because that one day that you decide not to be consistent and show up, that person that needed to hear your message at that time could miss out, and you never know what that could have done for that individual. So my biggest thing when it comes to what we do is imperfect action, and also the catchphrase for us is let's go. So I get made fun of that for all the time, but it's ultimately, it's just step out there, show up, be consistent. That's the least sexiest position when it comes to running a business is consistency, but that's gonna lead, that's your secret sauce to success. So excited to be up here. Shout out to Carefree Bar and Grill for allowing us to come over on Saturday to live stream and share their message. And it was great just to be there and just have the team unity with the 5 of us and just sharing that commonality and just being together. So thank you again.
So just one more thing here, right? If you can go to Facebook, right, Tabala Cuisine, if anybody wants their business highlighted for free, right, please message me, Tabala Cuisine, it'll come straight to me. And we will come out there, we will get you seen, and we will get you heard. And we will do it to an audience that may not have seen or heard of you before. Secondly, and just briefly, there is something called creative collaboration. It is a faceless entity. It is a safe space for anybody who wants to come on there and give 5 minutes and tell their story about how the shutdowns have affected their livelihood. It has been completely donated. Webinet created the web page. Hype Design did the logo. We've got Two Native Sons as a podcaster. We've got about 5 other podcasters moving upstream without a paddle, Coffee with Humans. I'm looking over at Pappy, but I know he's kind of busy. But just a little busy. But we have many people collaborating. If you want to be a voice, if you want to be a collaborator, Tabala Cuisine, message me directly or add me on Facebook, Jasper Axelrad. That's AXELRAD. It is the only one on Facebook. Please feel free to reach out. We want to get you heard, we want to get you seen, and we want to do it in a way that's completely affordable for you. Thank you.
Okay, Wes, take me back to the main screen. We got to say goodbye. Add 4 more shirts to the total. 4 more shirts to the total. Where are we at? That puts us what for the money raised? That puts us where? Yeah. Okay. I'm waiting. Go ahead and play that music low-key underneath all this so we can leave on one of those Tony Robbins notes. Awaken the giant within. Where's it? Where you got it? Wes, you're killing me. What? Awesome, add it up. Are we over 15? Give me that total. We're going to end tonight. Got it? We did? Holy moly! 800 shirts, $16,000. 719 code, ladies and gentlemen. We will be on Facebook. We will be on our .com. We will be out there. We'll be raising money. Tomorrow, stay tuned. We couldn't fit it all in here tonight. Podcast tomorrow, 7:19. I'll tell you about the rest of it. We'll finish out, get another total, and get everybody caught up to speed. Spread the word, spread the message. If you see things, put a heart on it. Do not put a like button, put a heart on it. Throw that thing out there. I don't care who you are, Carefree Bar and Grill. If you see something, throw it out there, because you know what? That next $2,000 can go to another business that'll help. $2,000 out to businesses. Let's see, $2,000 to Carefree, $1,000 to Alchemy. We help the Rocky Mountain kids. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Shutdowns Ruin Town t-shirts that'll get funding for everybody. Imagine when we get everybody in the town grabbing shirts and doing that. If there's 300 businesses and each of them have 10 employees, that's a zero behind the 300, okay? That's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's like 30,000. Matter of fact, show me that money slide. Show me that money slide. Show me that money slide. Go to the money slide. There you go. There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Get that. Hold on. You got, yeah, hey. You say, hey. Okay, good. All right. 10 shirts would be 150. 100 shirts would be 1,500. But the money that you would be putting in at 1,500 shirts would be $30,000 in the community. That's just 1,500 shirts. I will tell you about the shows and everything on tomorrow night's podcast. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Everybody on Facebook land and YouTube land. We'll see you guys later. This is Pappy saying, to be continued. 719 Co. Shutdowns Ruin Town. 16,000.